Hi everybody, it's me, Dr. Whimsy, and I'm here at my day job talking to people about how to stay healthy and do it on a budget without breaking the bank. And today I wanted to talk about the health benefits of eating a high fiber diet. When we look at people who are healthier, those are people who eat more unprocessed foods that are high in fiber. That means vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains that have not been processed. One of the ways in which we see disease slowly set in our bodies is with an increase in inflammation in the body. And inflammation is definitely something we think about when we look at chronic diseases. Chronic diseases that over time can lead to a shortening of one's life and serious health consequences. Chronic disease, chronic inflammatory diseases cost Americans millions of dollars in terms of health costs, but they also are just horrible things to live with. And so something simple and effective that you can do in order to keep yourself healthy is begin thinking about eating foods that are rich in fiber. They say that a healthy diet, a person will consume about 30 grams of fiber a day. And I want to talk a little bit about the different types of fiber that are out there. We know that there are two types of fiber that people consume on a daily basis if they're on a healthy diet, and that are those are the soluble fibers and the insoluble fibers. A soluble fiber is a fiber that when you add it to water, it becomes like gelatin. It completely absorbs the water and it becomes stiff. I'll show you a couple of examples of over-the-counter fibers that become soluble when they hit water. Here is chia seeds. Chia seeds, when they're absorbed, they contain both soluble and insoluble fiber. But what you want to know about chia seeds is that they will gelatinous in water. The other great thing about chia seeds is that they are high in omega-3s, and omega-3s are really important for keeping inflammation down. They're also important for heart health and brain health. So some of the benefits of chia. You can buy chia in bulk for very little money or from a great company like this. Now Real Foods, I believe this is organic. We usually here at Earth Bar where I work always try to cover the organic when we can. But let's talk a little bit about those two different types of fiber. Soluble fiber, the one that I've spoken about first, which becomes gelatinous when it hits water. We think of that in terms of absorbing things that are not very good for us, like cholesterol. When we're trying to get our cholesterol levels down and we want to soak up excess cholesterol in the intestines, large intestines, we're going to be thinking about these soluble fibers. Here's a great product by a company I really like. It's called Thorne Research. It does have some great research. It's approved by the FDA for many different conditions. It's got a nice seal there. It's hypoallergenic. Fiber Mend is something that is high in soluble fiber, and we use it to get inflammation down, heal conditions like diverticulitis and hemorrhoids. But we also can see cholesterol levels drop when we use a product like this because it is so high in that soluble fiber. If you're trying to save money and you're trying to increase consumption of soluble fiber, you can think about things like steel-cut oats. The fastest way to make those, by the way, if you are crunched for time but you're trying to eat things that are less processed, is to buy the steel-cut oats in bulk. Put them in a pan in some water and stick it in the refrigerator, and then in the morning you heat it up and it heats up very, very quickly because you've soaked it overnight. Just a little trick of the trade if you are crunched for time. I wanted to also show you this. Here is another great product that contains both soluble and insoluble fiber along with the omega-3s, and that is flax. You can buy it like this, or again, you can buy it in bulk. Keep it in the refrigerator so that it doesn't oxidize, go rancid. And you want to grind it. You can put it in a blender, grind it up in your smoothie. First grind it and then add it to your smoothies. In terms of what the benefits are of the insoluble fibers, those bulk up the stools. allow us to eliminate more easily, and that reduces our risk for things like hemorrhoids and diverticulitis. So how much fiber? As I said before, we want to see about 30 grams a day. You can get that fairly easily if you're eating foods that are whole and unprocessed. Remember, the more processed a food is, the more likely we are to see inflammation. But here is the good news that I want to leave you with. Whole, unprocessed foods in season, mostly organic when you can, is actually not expensive if the bulk of your diet is going to be beans, rice, nuts, and seeds. Again, buy the cheapest you can, the healthiest you can. The best way to go is to do it in bulk. And if you can buy your vegetables in season, that's another great way to save money. I hear that some of the larger companies like Whole Foods have dropped their prices. I have not been in yet to find out, but that would be interesting to see. So this was just a quick tip from me to you about ways to improve your health without breaking the bank. Try and buy in bulk if you can. Keep your fiber up. And remember the health benefits of soluble versus insoluble fiber. Lower cholesterol with a soluble fiber and bulk up the stool with the insoluble. Both are important for optimal health. Stay away from processed foods. It is not cheap over time because if we get sick, that's expensive. Let's keep it frugal, let's keep it unprocessed, and let's keep it within our budget. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.